If you haven't seen it or don't admit it, get used to it. Tyrese Haliburton is emerging as a new star in the NBA. The victory over the Milwaukee Bucks in the NBA Cup semifinal crowns a magical start to the season in 2023-24. He looks just very different from the many great shipowners the league currently has. From snubbing with a low draft pick to being traded for his first franchise and the path to becoming one of the best in position in the entire NBA. It offers a different perspective to the Indiana Pacers since they first stepped into the franchise. Let us then cite a list of topics, examples, records, marks obtained, and understand why the young has been so impactful this year. The current comparison for Tyrese Haliburton and the 2023-24 Indiana Pacers is the mid-2000 Phoenix Suns. The team led by Mike D'Antoni, who had Steve Nash as a big star, was recognized for playing fast, using the famous tactic 7 seconds or less. System that, for many, influences the super offensive game that we currently watch. And there's no denying it. No one makes decisions as good and creative as Haliburton. A move from last Friday's Game 7 shows this very well. Isaiah Jackson takes the rebound and Haliburton is already in position to receive the ball. He speeds up and, in 4 seconds, creates a midcourt pass that turns into a perfect airlift for Obi Toppin. It seems easy for an elite point guard, but the transformation is statistical. Indiana was the worst team buried in 2021-22 before Haliburton arrived. The team finished that season with the 19th highest defensive pace. The ability to feed pivots from whatever angle placed the Pacers on the other side of the table in the spiked item. Incidentally, the team had the 4th highest offensive pace in 2022-23 and is the leader in 2023-24. Nothing is by chance in the NBA. The Zero Shirt is not only a great builder, he also knows how to score. His point average was 20.7 in the past campaign. This year, it's 26.9 per game. That is, a current jump of 6.2 points. Many around the league cite the difference as responsible for large scoring loads. Something that the first jumps from 5 to 10, from 10 to 15, and so on. They're very easy. The catch is that jumping from 21 to nearly 27 points is just a symbol of why Tyrese Haliburton is establishing himself as an NBA star. After all, he does it very efficiently. In the last campaign, his shooting advantage was 49%. All this with about 15 attempts per game. High volume for those who have more than 10 assists per game, and very high utilization for those who are a point guard. But remember again, nothing is by chance. In 2023-24, he has 52.1% and 17.8 attempts per night. We're talking not only more score, but also more volume and more efficiency. This also applies to the most important kick in the league, the 3 balls. In 2022-23, its use was at 40% and 7.2 attempts. However, the jump here is even greater. He has 44.1% of the balls out in 2023-24, while he has 8.9 kicks per game. He's flying. Here's the main difference from the ace to the others: attack errors, or turnovers, as you want to call it. This is totally understandable when you have a large volume of ball in your hands. Historical names with Russell Westbrook and James Harden, or even LeBron James, have always suffered from it. Reality has not changed for young people. In 2023-24, Luka Doncic, Cade Cunningham, Trae Young, LaMelo Ball, and Darius Garland are in the top 7 most errors per game. None of them has the average of 12.1 assists per game that the Indiana star reaches. And all this comes from an incredible combination of creativity, ball care, game vision, good decision-making, and efficiency. The latter, incidentally, is the word to define the 23-year-old. After all, Haliburton is not even among the 50 athletes who have the most attack errors. Check out this absurd pass he makes in the win over the Bucks. This is perfect to exemplify why Tyrese Haliburton is an NBA star. The first of all to repair is the gravity he already possesses. He tries to infiltrate first. The Bucks have 4 starters, except Chris Middleton, who gave way to Cameron Payne. He is being singled out by Malik Beasley, which is a match he tends to win. When he steps on the jug, all defenders change their routes. Brook Lopez is marking Miles Turner at the perimeter, but soon turns to try to contain the infiltration. The same goes for Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is ready to contest on the rim if the defense collapses. Payne's closing the pass line for Aaron Nesmith, who's clear on the perimeter. That is, one cannot offer pass windows or path to the basket. He can punish in both. He then exits the jug and lures Beasley with him. The marking resumes his focus. Then he asks for a lock from Miles Turner. This play particularly destroyed Milwaukee throughout the game. He ultimately attacks Brook Lopez, while Beasley attempts to recover. Giannis notices the collapse and leaves Obi Toppin to aid in coverage. Haliburton's reading after this fact even covered by the pivot, is perfect. At the right time, the ace first escapes the stump, fleeing from the long arms of the rival. Then, makes a high pass, predicting that the Greek can intercept. He comes out fantastic, out of range of number 34 for as little as possible. Top-in is free, no contest. Result, 3 ball. This is the kind of breakdown that Tyrese Haliburton can cause in an NBA defense is a superstar thing. It seems repetitive, but all games have a different super statistic involving the point guard. Did you know, for example, that he has 3 games of at least 25 points, 15 assists, and no attack errors in 2023-24? No? It can get even more amazing. No one has been able to do it more than once. And no, we're not just talking about this year. No one's ever gotten more of a game like this in NBA history. It's kind of bizarre, but it's to further enhance what we're watching. Incidentally, games with 15 assists and no attack errors are rare. However, we are in the beginning of December. Where can this number stop? In the last 7 games, he has distributed 89 assists and had only 15 offense errors. In the campaign, Haliburton is the athlete with the most assists per game and is also below more than 50 players in relation to the number of turnovers. One last? He scored 25 points and 15 assists in 5 of his last 10 games. The last time we saw something similar in the same match period was in 1987. Yes, with Magic Johnson at its peak. Okay, I swear this will be the last one. In November, he produced 28.6 points and 11.7 assists, while he had 53.2% in court shots and 46.7% in 3 balls. The third player in history to get 25 points, 10 assists, 50% on general kicks, and 40% of the perimeter in a month. The other two? Michael Jordan and LeBron James. Before the duel on Thursday 7, a report by Adrian Wojnarowski from ESPN left everyone curious. In the NBA Countdown program, he ensured that the Pacers are in a position to try to trade for a star, and that much of this has to do with the zero shirt. His performance and contacts have been very beneficial to Indiana beyond the courts. We're talking about getting the attention of other big names in the league. What Haliburton's game is doing is a big message. Why wouldn't you want to play with him at the Pacers? He asked. He can give you pitches. He will make good decisions on the court. And most of all, he will make your life easier in any situation. This, after all, is the kind of player he is. Oh, and he's winning games by himself. So imagine if he had help, he said. Can altruistic play style turn a historic bad market for free agents into an attractive place? If that doesn't qualify Tyrese Haliburton as an NBA star, I don't know what will. He is something special. Advanced assist and strike error metrics match numbers of the best constructors of all time, Magic Johnson, Chris Paul, John Stockton. Of course, to say that he is at this level today is heresy. But the potential seems to be there. And there's something else. That's because none of these super game organizers scored so high and so efficiently. Finding a historical example that makes sense is an arduous task. And honestly, finding someone similar in the current NBA, for example, doesn't seem very easy. Do you love Trae Young? It has the volume, the numbers, but not the same efficiency. We are still talking about a young player who is beginning to prove himself on the big stages. But the absurd and special metrics indicate that you should not stop here. And to be honest, it's good to enjoy watching your game. After all, one thing is certain, no one looks as impressive now as Tyrese Haliburton. We are seeing the emergence of a great star in the NBA. And while old heroes like LeBron, Kevin Durant, and Stephen Curry still deliver a lot, we certainly have an assured future in a league that keeps getting and acquiring new talent. Include the Pacers star as one of them. A little break here, basketball fans. I'm bringing an incredible novelty to the true NBA lovers. Introducing the Plash Shop, the best store to buy jerseys. At Plash Shop Voci, you will find the best price on the market, with parts starting at $49 and many other promotions. Why just cheer when you can wear the greatness? The store link will be in the first pinned comment. And thus, we conclude our round of news for today. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any NBA news. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter as well, as we provide updates throughout the day over there. Now, at the end, YouTube will be recommending some videos from our channel, so go ahead and watch them all. Until the next video, peace to all.